Welcome back to another fight breakdown with yours truly. Today we're doing another UFC 226 bout, and this is personally my favorite fight on the whole card. Michael Chiesa versus Anthony Pettis. I know y'all are like, oh no, what about Max? What about Daniel? Great fighters, I love watching them, but my favorite fight is usually involving Anthony Pettis. I like this fight for a whole lot of reasons. I want to let's first start. Let's break down. Age is pretty much the same. Chiesa 30, Pettis 31. But what's different is Michael Chiesa seems to be hitting his prime. Like, despite the loss to Kevin Lee, which is a clear loss, you're about to be asleep. I'm not gonna argue that. But Pettis 31 is on the latter end of his career. Looks like sometimes. Like, talk about him first. Let's talk about guys he loses to. RDA beat him, Eddie beat him, Edson beat him. And they beat him when I feel like he was good. Like, when he was good, they beat him. Then, he fought Joe Bronx at 45, and, he won, but in my opinion, it looked like shit. Like, compared to his former self, at 145 cut, I hated it for him. I thought it was stupid. Then he fought Max, and, he lost. I say he's just not the same guy. When he talked about like the weight cut was hard, I just feel like, dude, you're not the same. You're not even the same thing that you were 4 years ago. Like, you're not. I just feel like he wasn't the same. I'm glad he decided to get out of there. Then he fought Jim Miller, which, no disrespect, Jim Miller, tough veteran, crafty guy, but you're supposed to be Jim Miller. If you're Anthony Pettis, you're supposed to smoke Jim Miller. You're supposed to smoke him. It's not even supposed to be close. You're Anthony Pettis, but he beat him, but he didn't look the same. And then he fought Poirier, who I like. I like Poirier a lot. I feel like he don't get enough credit for what he does at 155, but he fought Dustin Poirier, and injury is the reason he lost, but he was going to lose that fight anyway. How he looked, and even before the fight, just felt like he's not the same thing. He was going to lose anyway. Biggest question I have for Anthony Pettis is, can he still compete on a high level? You beat Jim Miller. Not saying Jim Miller's trash, because no one's trash, but he's not he's not a top 15 high level guy. So it's like, can you still beat the best? You know what I'm saying? Like, can you make a second run for it and beat the best? And Michael Chiesa, 30 years old, really hitting his prime. I thought he was younger than 30. So when I looked up and I saw Michael Chiesa 30 years old, I'm like, dang, why did I think Michael Chiesa was like 26? Well, it just seems like he's in his prime. And he's hitting his stride. That loss to Kevin Lee, I don't think it was as big as people made it. Like, Kevin Lee, up-and-comer, next star. He lost to him. That's fine. There's guys that's lost to guys before, and it's fine. Either they fight again or one of them ends up fighting for the belt, holding the belt. It happens. You know what I'm saying? Like, Cody Garbrandt lost to Thomas Almeida. Now, Thomas Almeida has hit a little rough patch along the way, but I still feel like Thomas Almeida could still be a top 10 tough opponent for years to come. So Chiesa, lost to Lee, but then his choke game. Anyone who watches MMA, I'm not telling you this for the first time. You already know. That dude's jitsu is crazy. If he gets your back, the fight's over. Like, you see a lot of fights where, he's got the back, it could be over. Like, nah, against him, he's got the back. Oh, it's over. Like, it's no question. Who to get? Got, I want to say 4 or 5, maybe 2 or 3 in the UFC so far. Rear naked choke. He will choke you out. That's just the bottom line. And I like him because he's not a scary striker. And I don't say this to discredit or disrespect anybody, but there's a lot of guys who, they're scary strikers. They don't really want to strike. They're just trying to get close so they can double leg, single leg. Some guys full guard. Like, they're scary strikers. They don't want to stand and bang. Like, that's the reason I like Joe Bronx. Joe Bronx, even though he's had some weight making issues, Joe Bronx want to bang. Like, when he fought Yancey, Cowboy Oliveira and Joe Bronx. So both guys similar. They'll stand and bang with you. They want on the ground, but if you want to stand up and do it, they can do that too. So he's not a scary striker. Now, prediction / future question with Chiesa, will he beat Pettis and move on and keep rising, or is he just a guy that is top from 10 to 15? Tough opponent you're gonna have to fight, but never made it over the hump. There's a lot of guys who They just never made it over that hump. And I brought up Thomas Almeida earlier. He kind of seems like that guy right now. You know, getting beat by Cody, getting beat by Rob Font. Like, some guys never make it over that hump, and they never, like, they're always a tough guy. Always a tough opponent for them, but they're never, like, top 5 or, you know, title eliminator. It's just like they fight young guys to see if the young guys ready to make it over the hill. And I don't know if he'll be that kind of fighter or if he'll rise to, you know, stardom, but we'll see. But to speak on the ground game, Anthony Pettis, anybody who ever watched a fight, he's no fool on the ground. Like, he's not just gonna give up his back to this kid. He's not just, and he's got decent, like, he's got a lot of submission wins as well. Like, he's not just gonna get on that ground and be like, oh, woe is me, this guy's got me. Like, no, he's gonna scramble, he's gonna sprawl. But prediction, I think if Anthony Pettis, if he can get back to form, he'll start him. I feel like Anthony Pettis is too darn good to be in there with a kid like Chiesa, well, God, not even kid, a dude like Chiesa. Like, I feel like if he's in form, he's gonna start him. It's gonna be no contest. Yeah, this fight, it means a lot for 155 though, because if Pettis can't win this fight, who you put him up against next? People gonna get tired of seeing him fight. You're gonna have to fight somebody like Joe Lozon, who fights everybody. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know, Chiesa, if you win, what's next? Where are you gonna go from here? You know what I'm saying? So I'm interested. I think it's gonna be a decision. It's my favorite fight on the card, but I think Pettis will keep it standing for the longest. I don't think Chiesa is gonna be able to get him down and choke him out. So I don't think he's gonna be able to get a finish. I feel like the finish all lies on Anthony Pettis if he can finish him on the feet. So yeah, that's it. UFC 226, July 7th. Mike Chiesa, Anthony Pettis. Y'all look out for that one.